Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Greta and I'm so excited to see you here. If you're new to my channel and you like this content, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Summer is here and this is when I really like these aquatic scents that remind me of the beach. I like them all year round, but these are some of my favorite fragrances that these fragrances literally are inspired by either a beach or a sea or a lagoon or some kind of waterfront or body of water, I should say. They're really particular types of aquatics that I really, really like. So let's get into that. I'm going to jump right into this one. The first one I like isn't always a favorite on my skin, but is phenomenal on my guy's skin, is by Perfume Aroma Acqua di Sale. This one literally smells like the coastline. For some people, it can get a little seaweedy-like, and for me, it's only sometimes I wear it, usually when there's too much on me. It doesn't happen to my guy. He absolutely loves this one, but he loves aquatics. He loves beachy smells. That's his happy place. This one has a little bit of woodiness in there, almost like this driftwood, sandalwoody kind of smell to it. You get that ambergris, you get that saltiness, you get that aquatic smell. Lasts forever, super high on oils. There's also something fresh in here. There's something kind of like green, fresh, aromatic like in here. I don't know what. It says salt, seaweed, myrtle, and cedarwood, but there is something kind of aromatic in here. Fresh green coming through, but that seaweed can be good and bad on you. It can smell really like you've been at the beach for the day. And some people, it gets a little bit too much there, like on me, but it's such a great, authentic one. I think this is the #1 seller in Italy too. This is their by far best seller there. Super popular in Italy because it really reminds them of the coastline. Acqua di Sale. The next one's kind of new to me. It's by Nishane and it's Eggy. They have the names in here in Greek and Turkish for the name of the Aegean Sea, which is the sea just north of the Mediterranean, like that flows from the Mediterranean up into the Aegean Sea, and you have Greece on one side and Turkey on the other, and it's literally what unites them. And then they have some islands in between there, some Greek islands that are literally closer to Turkey. But Eggy, this one's very interesting. Now, I get this opening that is so confusing and hard for me because I'm getting like this combination of the violet leaves, which are not like violet. They're very like more bitter, with the basil and the anise and the cardamom and the mint. And there's this kind of like you were plucking everything from the garden and the seeds and you're gonna make something, and it's kind of like, you know, you're about to make a Mediterranean recipe and you just have all these ingredients on your kitchen counter, and it just has this mixture in the air. Not like it's something in particular you'd want to put on, but you're just kind of gathering all those smells. Also some yuzu, which gives you that like little blast of citrusy. A lot of the violet leaves, but I have trouble enjoying this part as a fragrance. I enjoy the smells, but not really as on me, because like I said, it smells more like a kitchen recipe on your kitchen counter. A very Mediterranean kind of flavors, which I happen to really like Mediterranean flavors. It settles down a little bit. Then you also have licorice and olibanum here, and it settles down a little bit, and that's where it gets much more refreshing and comforting. Definitely great on a man. It's great on some women. Definitely sample this one. It's not blind buy worthy for sure. It is a unique one. If you have fond memories of the Mediterranean, you're really going to like it because it's going to trigger some great scent memories, where I think a lot of people get like tzatziki in here, which I think is funny. I don't get that. I do get all the spices and like how, you know, like they'll use a little dollop of coriander as garnish on something. Like I do get that. It definitely, yeah, and that freshness of the basil and the mint starts to come through a little more, but it's very like convoluted is the word I'm looking for. Very convoluted in the opening and confusing and mashing around, and you're like, what is going on? But it settles down, and it's a very different, unique, fresh scent. You do get that aquatic kind of flair of like being on the coastline in the Mediterranean. You're eating al fresco. You're getting with wafts of these kind of notes along with an airy kind of feel to it. It's a stunner, but definitely try it before you buy it, kind of a thing. I will leave links down below of where to find these at some good prices. Some are affiliate links, some are not. The next one I haven't featured in a really long time, and it's from Tiziana Terenzi, the Sea Stars collection, Talea. Super expensive collection. Now, I have to say, as much as I really love this one, this collection is expensive, and I think you're paying a lot for packaging. A lot for packaging. If you find these, which now that it's been a little bit, it's been like a year since their launch, you're finding them at better prices. I think that's much better. Talea was named after Paolo Terenzi's sailboat. That's the name of his boat. This one, I love it because, one, it opens with the sweetness from pear, which I really enjoy in summer fragrances. A freshness and outdoorsiness. You're getting a little bit of that like ocean breeze kind of feel to it. Not in a salty way. There's more of like a sweet, airy and coolness to it. It does open with citruses and hawthorn. Anytime I see hawthorn, I always think of like metalique. I don't know why it gives that kind of vibe. The heliotrope in here also gives a little bit of that floral, fresh outdoorsiness, but he did somehow create this fragrance that, forget about looking at the notes. It's really about that end result that he was able to create. But I do like that in the opening, you get that blast of sweet pear. It's like you're eating a pear in the back of a boat while you're going sailing really fast, and you have that breeze in your face, but there's this hint of sweetness coming at you because it's right, the pear is right here. He really found a very open and airy, cooling fragrance. It's fascinating what he did, which is why I fell in love with this one and bought it. I did get it at a good price, which is why I bought it. I don't know if I'd pay full price. I gotta be honest. I don't think I would pay full price. You're paying for a lot of the packaging, which is very extravagant packaging, the box that it comes in with a light and all these things that, I don't know, I'm funny about that. Like, you know, it's nice. I really like having a nice box with my fragrance. But when it's overboard, I know I'm paying for something that I'm either putting in, like, if you have an attic, I don't have attics here in California, but like putting in a closet or throwing away or something. And I feel guilty throwing it away, so I'm not going to throw it away. But that's not going on display, and that's not something I'm going to enjoy long-term like the juice. I like a really good packaging that is commensurate to the juice and the quality of the juice, but not too over extravagant that it's almost like the packaging is taking more of a stage than the fragrance, kind of a thing, if that makes sense. But I really do like this. If you can find it for a significant discount, highly recommend Talea. Now, one you don't have to worry about a discount for is House of Sillage number 3. These have been out for a little bit, so you're really going to find some discounts on them. 3 and I think also 4, the white bottle, is also a nice aquatic, but this one is more of like a minerally kind of aquatic. This one is like a rocky beach, which is also the Mediterranean. There's a lot of rocks on those beaches. I don't know if you know this or not until you've walked over them, where they make you walk like 2 miles to get to your spot on the beach. It's kind of crazy down there on the islands. Get a lot of exercise so you look good in your suit though. There's that. But number 3, definitely a men's scent. It's fresh, citrusy, and aquatic in the opening. This is more like, it's almost like a sweeter aquatic, but it's a natural sweetness of that water. It's like stream. Like you're kind of getting the gist of like all this water strolling over the rocks, and there's this sweetness in the air, maybe coming from like the trees or other things that are there in the area where this stream is. This one feels like I'm hiking and I came across this, and I might get like, what is in here? There's sage in here. It's the sage. The sage is giving this like aromatic, herbally kind of thing, like green aromatic hints to it, but fresh, that sage. You're getting that like the woods of the trees, and you're getting the aquatic stream. You're getting the mineral notes of the rocks in the stream. It's really, yeah, this is perfect. Like when you're in that outdoorsy, want that hiking kind of vibe going on. But also an aquatic, which is, I really like this one. Plus, I gotta admit, these bottle designs that they have for the men's fragrances are like, hello, so much fun. But you can get these like half off now, is the cool part. So really a good deal on these. You're getting them for like designer prices, and you're getting a niche quality, which is phenomenal. Now, let me do one more for women now. Again, Tiziano Terenzi, Tabit. This collection is far more reasonable than Talea, but again, you can find this one on discount. I'll try to do some links down below. This one reminds me more of like a boardwalk, and a kind of boardwalk like the Santa Monica Pier, or like Atlantic City or something, or Coney Island, where you're gonna get the smell of like cotton candy, sweets, kind of like fair food, which is my Achilles. I love fair food. There's something fun about fair food. It's a fun food. And you're getting this peach, and you're getting the ocean air. You're getting a little bit of like sea spray in there. Here, it's the Del Mar Fairgrounds, which is also the horse track, the Del Mar racetrack. It's all right there on the water, which is really kind of cool. We have that. Who has a fair and a horse track that is on the beach? I know we're really lucky here in San Diego. So the Del Mar Fairgrounds, that's this. All that like fair food and fun and peach, sea spray, the beach, sand is in here. It's a really pretty fragrance. It's also done very elegantly. I do like Tabit. Really unique scent. It also layers nicely with some other fragrances, but Tabit by Tiziano Terenzi. Going to a designer, much more affordable, Amaze. Last year I was really into this one, which is, if I can see with the lights, Sur la Lagoon, which smells like a lagoon. Literally, it smells more like a lagoon, where it's calm waters, it's gentle, definitely a different kind of vibe than like an ocean or the Mediterranean Sea or this large body of salt water. There's something about the lagoon that's very relaxing, a little more floral, gardeny kind of waters. But this year, I'm liking another one, which I think I need to get, which is Sur l'Anil. Sur l'Anil is much more invigorating. It is more of like a citrus, bright, aquatic, fresh spray that I really like the first half of the day. They don't last all that long, but they're great for that morning invigorating fragrance that I like to use first in the first half of the day. Or again, like I said, if you're having like al fresco meals outdoors, spray them for that event, and that's all you need is a few hours, because that's all they're gonna last. But Sur l'Anil, I'm gonna have to get the full-size bottle of. I really, really enjoy this one. I used this up. I had just turned to this because I had that whole like discovery kit of all of them. Never tried this one. I was trying to like discipline myself to use one at a time up, and I just got stuck on that last one that I really did not care for and just had a hard time moving on. OCD in me wouldn't let me move past to the next one till I used that up. I finally just gave myself a pass and said, let's just forget this puppy and move on to the next one. Best thing I ever did, because this one I really love, and the timing is perfect because it's going with the weather, that I think I'm going to pick this up. Definitely very more of like going to the beach, aquatic, citrusy, vibrant fragrance. Really enjoy this one. Very invigorating, but not brisk like some others, like the Xerjoff Renaissance can be a brisk citrus. It's more of an aquatic with that citrus in there. And Lagoon is going to have to take the back seat. This one is more salty, floral, calm, sedate kind of fragrance that I'm not feeling this year. It was great last year. Maybe I'll turn back onto it. I don't know. Much more sedate. Back to the Mediterranean. We have by Youniqu Luxury, and I think I might need a full size of this because I'm really loving this. I'm really appreciating this more. I got into Youniqu Luxury last year, a year ago, and got their discovery kit, and then bought a bunch of them, and gosh, really have kind of dived into this brand and really loved it, and I'm appreciating more and more from that kit. I do know he has 3 more launches coming from Youniqu Luxury. I will be meeting with him next week. Personally, I'm very fortunate that he lives near me, and I'm going to be getting a test run of those 3 in the queue. So maybe I can get him to record. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do my best. He's camera shy, but I'm going to do my best. But this one is Akdeniz. Akdeniz is Turkish for, I believe, the Mediterranean. Now that we know that the Ege means the agency, it couldn't be the agency, it's got to be the Mediterranean. So Akdeniz, and it literally smells like the Mediterranean Sea. He did an incredible job. There's a little bit, like, if, you know, I can kind of go into that huge Aventus kind of umbrella in that it opens citrusy and you have some cedar, but I think this is way better than Aventus. Let me see. Opens pineapple. That's what it is. There's a pineapple in the opening, which is where people always go, oh, this is going to be Aventus like, but it's totally not. And the pineapple is so fresh and photorealistic. It's incredible. There is lemon and grapefruit in there also that I think just accentuates it because you really get a photorealistic pineapple on the opening. There's green apple in there too, but again, it really seems to be all just making the pineapple more vibrant, bringing out the attributes. Like that green apple just kind of gives that spark to the pineapple scent in here. It dries down, you get more of that aromatic, aquatic kind of smell, and it just, you can just smell the waves. You can see the waves. Oh my goodness. There's the woods in here, and there's a little bit of leather in there, but you're getting like the wood from the driftwood, you're getting the aquatic notes, and you're getting like the aromatic notes that you might find on that Mediterranean shoreline. There's a touch of leather in there, but it really gives more of this richness to the air, because it's not like a heavy leather scent. Actually, the leather in there, I think, richens up, and then it feels like you got in your car and you know, like leather goods on you. It was like the leather belt or something, almost like you had leather accessories on you, because it's subtle and it does go so beautifully, the leather in here. But Akdeniz, if you have not tried this, highly recommend this for men. Akdeniz is probably one of my favorite summer fragrances for men, and you are not going to smell like everyone else, but you're going to smell like $1,000,000. I featured this a couple times because I really, really like Akdeniz. I bet women could get away with it, but I do find that it leans masculine a little bit there. It leans masculine. It opens more unisex, but when it dries down, you're like, it's masculine. Unfortunately, because I really like Akdeniz. I know Katai got all the attention, I think because it went out in PR or something, but Akdeniz really deserves the attention. The next 3 are really for men. There is Erin Terrence Hughes Blue Haze, bright, citrusy. I love the blue haze. There is this like haze about it, but it is this like citrusy, aromatic haze around you that envelops you and is phenomenal. Also for men is by BDK. I only have the sample. I wish I had the bottle. BDK Sel d'Argent, which is not sure the exact translation, but I know the sal is the salt. So it's like something to the effect of salt water, and literally has that sea air, that salty sea air scent. Is incredible. I have Citrus Riviera, which is more of like a smack in the face of citrus, which is so invigorating. This one is more calming, is more of that salt water, relaxing, aquatic kind of scent, which is why I want this one. It's a really easy reach for men. Absolute easy reach that, again, has this beautiful, relaxing scent to it that you can't go wrong. This is your lazy Sunday morning right here. That is phenomenal. I really need this one for my guy. I think he'd really like this one. Okay. Salle d'Argent by BDK. The last one I have talked about, again, I only have the 2 ml, is by Fragrance du Bois, and it's Oud Bleu Intense. It's a beautiful, airy, aquatic, total juxtaposition of oud and the blue skies and the blue water. And to me, it's like looking up at a beautiful blue sky while you're on the beach. Phenomenal how they did that with the oud, because the oud is not overwhelming. It's definitely a summer oud. So refreshing, so refined, so gentlemanly, yet also can be casual. I mean, I wax poetic about that one. I finally did try it and I'm so in love. I went through so many Fragrance du Bois last year, really in love with it, and never gave it much attention because it was masculine. And man, it is so good. I need to get a full bottle of that one so bad. Need that one. But Fragrance du Bois Oud Bleu Intense. Those are my favorite aquatics. Yes, it does lean masculine, this list, because a lot of aquatics tend to be for men. There's also a lot of incredible freshy aquatics in here for women. Let me know down below some of your favorites, because there's so many good ones, and this is the time of year we want to remember all these fragrances. You know, if there's something that we need to kind of brighten our day and buy a new fragrance, or maybe it's to blow the dust off something in our collection that we forgot about from last summer. So this is a great time to kind of start thinking of them all. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.